everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a brand review, which I haven't done one since I think the Sarasek clip pen, and I don't know why I've never done one on the most obvious one, which would be the Hobonichi brand. So I just wanted to give my views on it. I've been using the Hobonichi since 2017. I'm not sure if no, this is the 2018. I only picked the ones that I have Hobonichi covers for, so this one's going to be for 2021. But so I could show you. So the Hobonichi has three sizes. One is A6, which is this one. And in the A6, they have one cover, which is in English. I think I have a Japanese version, maybe not. One Japanese, and then I believe they have an Avec version, which is half and half, and that is only Japanese, as well as a spring edition. And that is also a full book. It has all 12 months. It's a day per page, and there's like you have like the view of the previous year. Like this is 2020, so this is this year and then the next year. Then you have a monthly that usually starts a month before the actual daily and goes on until like March, which is kind of silly because then by then you're on your next one, but that's fine. And then monthlies, which same, it starts in December, even though the daily starts on January 1st. There's always one blank page before the month starts, and then every day. And at the end, I believe there's some notes. There's not that many pages. I honestly not quite sure how many pages there are. I'll find out and let you know. And then there's usually cool like Japan facts in the back. Each page also has a quote. Some of them are quite strange, and some are kind of cool. I honestly never look at them. I know people that do. I do not. But this is the A6 size, which I will write what that means for whoever does not know. It's really portable. You can see their covers are very practical, where you can put the pen. You can order those in the US. Let me put the pen all the way. Either through Amazon or through JetPen. There's more and more stores that offer it. If you're gonna buy more than just a book, and if you want to get the free pen that comes with it, you want to order it from Japan. One of the mistakes a lot of people make is they end up, which I made, they end up ordering one item and then another from Japan, and the shipping is quite expensive. So I really would recommend doing a little bit of research and really deciding what you're gonna get, knowing that for the most part, if you don't like an item, you should be able to find somebody who wants it in the buy sell trade groups. There's a lot of stir that happens over the design of the covers, and I got caught on that very early on and bought covers that honestly I think were a little expensive, and I ended up regretting. However, there's some covers like this one I bought in buy sell trade group, and I'm really glad I got it because it's one that I wish I had gotten a long time ago. I always use their cover on cover. In fact, this one is just a plain design, and then the cover on cover has this. Those are pretty cheap. And I think they really do protect. Some people really like the fabric. I don't. I like the look of the fabric, but I don't like the touch of the fabric, especially because I live, I think, in Southern California. It's quite dry, so I think that's why I don't. So I always have the cover on cover, and it helps keeps it clean. The paper is Tomo River paper. There's been a lot of talk about it having changed, and some people say there's going to be a problem with the supply, but apparently that's getting resolved. But the paper is fantastic if you like fountain pen. It has its quirks. You can use just any pen because it is quite transparent, but there are tons of pens that you can use, and if you follow my channel, most of the pens you're going to see me use are Tomoe River paper friendly, because as you're going to see, I use mostly Tomoe River paper. So this is for the A6 yearly, and it's very simple. Some people use it as a planner. It keeps opening to this. It was about a Hobonichi challenge. It kept opening to the toilet, which is lovely. So let's pick something a little nicer. The Hobonichi challenge, if you don't know, is a challenge that is posted by a few YouTubers and Instagrammers, and basically it gives you ideas of what to draw every day if you decide to do a drawing a day. Some people use this as a planner, some as a journal, some just post pictures, some you can do whatever you want with it. I got into it because I saw Pale is Blue on YouTube, and she used to have an illustrated journal, and I had never heard of the concept, and when I started looking at it, I really wanted to do that, and I hadn't drawn since I had been a kid. So I really, it was really a leap of faith, and I have done it since. So it's been 2017, 18, 19, 20, and I'm on my 5th year, and I love it. It's really, really great. I've come to find a way to do it because it can be time consuming. I just do it in a way that fits my schedule, if that makes sense. Another great option they have, especially for planners, is the Hobonichi Weeks. There are some soft covers like this one. This one was a hardcover in red, and I covered it. These are both collaged. But let me show you, they have really pretty covers. Like this was 2021, and in fact, I'm gonna keep with that. And then they have a mega version. The mega version has a lot more notes page at the end. I'm gonna show you a little bit. It comes with this pocket in the envelope. Every year I see people ask, what is this? You put it kind of where you want. It's a sticky paper. It also has, so this is 2021, our year now, last year and the next year. There's a yearly view, which is really practical. Some people use it to track. I used to track my YouTube videos that I post and how many YouTube followers I have. In the monthly, I've done everything. It's like the monthly in the Hobonichi A6. You could plan in it. I don't know why I don't. I used to. You can do calligraphy. You can, some people track in it. Some people do health tracker in this. There are many ways to use, again, many ideas. And if you need me to do a video about ideas, I can do that. But I feel like I'm giving you a bunch. This was my planner originally, and throughout the year, I think I can show you. No, I already had started. I think it wasn't my first, but it's the first that I kept, the 2019. Yeah, the 2019. And it was really a planner. As you see, I wrote what I did. I put the weather for a little bit. And this was just my to-dos. And then on the day, I would write what I did that day. It somehow switched slowly but surely into a planner and also a view of my week illustrated. I feel like I'm illustrating more and more in my journals, and it's a fun, quick view, like weeks during the pandemic, weeks where there's nothing to do. I'll sometimes draw something I could paste. I used to do a lot more collages in it, and the Tomoe River paper is great also for collages. It gets all bulky and yummy, and there's something really amazing about it. But you get a week in each page, and you basically have on this side, and then on this side it's a notes page. It's very similar to a traveler's notebook in that instance, and a lot of other planners. But the way I use it is very simple. I put my to-do with the date and the time, and then usually sometimes write in there, and then I draw all over it. Like this. And when I use a lot of Zebra Sarasa clip pen, these are great because I can write and then I can draw on it and it won't smudge. It's going to stay exactly the same. Tomoe River paper is great for watercolors. I use a lot of watercolor. I've used gouache too. It makes it a little thicker. and water-based pen like the Z Clean Color Brush, the Tombow, the Faber-Castell, which is India ink, I think, works really well. I have mine in a personal size Chic Sparrow right now. The Chic Sparrow also makes weekly calendar. I also have the right cover that I love to use, especially when it's brand new and very thin. I wish I had a new one to show you. I wanted to make this video because these usually come out, like the lineup of all the designs and everything comes up in September. I think it's September 1st. It's right around my birthday. So it's always a very exciting time for everyone. Another product they have, and I have to double check because I'm not sure they have an A5, but they have an A6 5-year journal. I purchased mine in 2018, and let me see if I can find a page that's not too personal. Yeah, I think it's fine. So basically it's the same as the weeks. There's one, you know, for the day, like this is of course June 28th. It's only in Japanese. They don't have an English version of that. I'm not bothered by it, but I have noticed that I like to put the like the day of the week, so I know on each of them. I sometimes write all across. I sometimes just write here and then put stickers or draw, whatever. No rules. I think that if you're not somebody that journals and you really want to try it out, a 5-year is fantastic. And there's something super satisfactory about flipping through and seeing what you did, like for in my case the 3 previous years. It's really fantastic. I have it housed in a Chic Sparrow Tea House collection, Earl Grey, which I absolutely adore. It's super patina'd. And Chic Sparrow, this one is not made for the 5-year. A lot of companies will have a different size for the 5-year, so just be wary of that because it is much thicker. I absolutely love this journal, and I will always have a 5-year journal. It's so easy. Some people use it to list what they're grateful for. Some people, like me, I just use it. I put what we did that day, sometimes what I feel. I don't give myself a lot of rules. I've heard of people, and I think that's such a fantastic idea. I wish I could do that. But that color code, so like for the year 2010, they'll use, let's just say like blue color, and then the year after they do another color. I think it's pretty fantastic. I would have never thought of that, ironically, because I like to separate stuff, but the way I journal is very freely. So, but I really recommend a 5-year. There are the companies that do it. Again, this is about the Hobonichi, and the Tomoe River paper is just something really special. I always journal. I've been journaling since I was like 9 years old, and I'm 44, so it's been a while, but I never cared. I would just buy a journal and just, it didn't matter. And once I discovered the Hobonichi, it came creeping little by little. First it was the 6, then it was the weeks, then the 5-year. And I'm going to show you the Cousin, which I also have covered. I'm sorry, I don't have any with their regular cover. So this is the Hobonichi Cousin. I think this is the spring edition. Somebody, a very lovely subscriber, gifted me one, but I believe it is the spring edition. Yes, it is. So this one starts in April. Usually, so there's 2 editions. The spring edition that starts in April to March, makes sense, which is the same principle as the A6. And then there's January to December, and there's a full year. This is the full year. So I don't paste much in there, so it's probably going to stay really thin. And then there's the Avec, which they cut it in half. If you're planning on doing collages and everything, I highly recommend the Avec. In fact, check out Anne My Life Mitts. You'll see how thick her Hobonichi Cousin is, and it's an Avec. And this is a full year. That just shows you the difference the paper goes through. Now in this, let me get, because this is my self-care, so I don't want to show too much. There is the first items. I don't even have them here, which is this year, the previous year, and the next year. And there's also, which I haven't used, the month to month kind of thing. And then the monthly is the same. It's like this, 2 pages in a month. And then there's the weekly, which that's the one thing that the A6 doesn't have, and kind of wish it did. It's kind of neat. The weekly is great. I've actually used the weekly. Right now I'm putting like quotes. Sorry, I have a lot of ink still in my hands from the other day. I've done gratitude, where I would put like aspiring quotes, and I would use different colors, and I wish I had it in storage, but that was kind of my favorite way to use the weeks. But I've seen people track stuff in there. I've seen people use that as a planner and the rest as a journal. There's many ways to do this. Right now, I'm really using it freely. I'm using a lot of the holistic psychology quotes. I really love quotes. They really inspire me. Sometimes they speak to me. I'm studying psychology, so I really like to see what she's writing. And so I write a lot of those. Sometimes I write like this, and sometimes I write like this. It really depends. And then you have the dailies as in the A6. Let me see if I can show you. It's the same principle. There's a blank page for the beginning of the month, and then 1 page a day, and then there's a quote. This one is in Japanese. If I'm not mistaken, the Cousin does not have an English version. It has the yearly January to December, the avec, and then the spring edition. I'm not sure if the spring edition has an avec. I will double check that for you. But this is that. It's always same, the Tomoe River paper. And then there are the graph notebooks. At the moment, I was trying to find graph notebooks are, this is the graph, yeah. There's the graph notebook and I believe the daily notebook, but I will write it down. So this is the A5 version. Cousin is A5 size, and all it is you just have blank pages, so you can fill it out, and it's great. There is another version with the monthly only in the front, but the monthly are dated, just so you know, which is where I think they could improve. If the monthly were blank, then I think it would make it much easier for people to pick those up, but they're not. They're dated. So there's these 2 options, and those come in A5 and in A6. And when you order from them, you usually get a present and a pen. These are some of the past pens. This year it was like, I think it's supposed to be navy. Yeah, it was a navy, as you see. I think their company is great. They also offer tabs. I think I got these tabs from the Hobonichi store, and I believe, I'm not sure about these, but I definitely got these from the Hobonichi store, the little wavy ones. They have a lot of accessories. Honestly, like, I've purchased a few of them. They have they have a lot of stuff, but what is really worth it, in my opinion, is just the notebooks and the covers. If you're not gonna go for a leather cover and you're gonna go for one of them, then I think it is worth paying the shipping, because you might, especially if you get more than 1 book. If you get 1 book, you can buy this on JetPens. But if you're really attached to a certain cover you want, you might not get it in the US, and then you will have to go through the Japanese store. They're really fast at shipping, unless there's some issues. During COVID, there was a little bit of a delay, but I still got it really fast. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Obviously, like, my whole YouTube channel was created around the Hobonichi originally. My Instagram handle for my journals is Hobonichi Daily. It's a great company. It's a great book. There's something really satisfactory about writing or drawing or collaging in it, and I will always recommend it. So I will put some of the details in there of the things I wasn't sure about, so that it is clearer, and I will of course post the link for the Hobonichi store down below. I hope this helped anyone who's on the fence, who was wondering what this thing was. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comment below. And as always, thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.